are honored and privileged to have Revered Guruji Dr. Satpathy Ji amongst us and to have the special session of Guru Bhagavad in his presence and as we celebrate the 6th anniversary of the Satsang. So, Dr. Satpathy is an ardent devotee of his master, Sri Sainath Maharaj. Guruji really needs no introduction as he's a very well known personality around the globe, known for his scholarly, spiritual, and philanthropic works. He is a friend, a philosopher, and a guide to millions of his devotees around the world. He has been active in the global Sai movement for more than 25 years. He is a prolific writer and a musician. His books have been uh, translated into many Indian and foreign languages. Dr. Satpathy's magnum opus, Sri Guru Bhagavad, depicts Guru Tattva in its entirety. Originally written in the Oriya language, it has been published in 8 volumes and contains more than 34,000 verses. It's been translated into 11 languages, 11 Indian languages, and it's also there in Braille. Sri Guru Bhagavad is very universal in its approach to Guru devotion and is applicable to all the Gurus. This reminds me of a common saying that Maharashtra is a land of saints, which inspired me to talk a little about Dr. Satpathy's work in Maharashtra. So, Guruji has written books in Marathi, or rather, the English books have been translated in Marathi. The books are Shirdi Sai Baba and Other Perfect Masters, Baba May I Answer, and Sri Guru Bhagavad in 4 volumes. These 4 volumes are available in print and also in the digital form. And he has also written and composed a lot of music, and the famous singers like Sri Suresh Vadkarji and Sri Ajit Karkareji, they all sing Guruji's songs on a regular basis. Guruji has done Pran Pratishtha in Baba's temples in 4 places in Maharashtra, that is Pune, Nashik, Nagpur, and at the Khandoba Mandir in Shirdi. Guruji has also been felicitated by the Shirdi Sai Sansthan for his enormous contribution in spreading Baba's message across the world. As a part of introduction, I would also like to share a personal experience that we have had with Guruji. We met Guruji in 2005 at Saipuram in Chennai, and the journey of our life has changed forever. Beneath the covering of all accomplishments lies a remarkably simple human being filled with unbounded compassion for one and all, irrespective of the social status of an individual. These words I speak from my heart and from our experience of having been with Guruji for more than 15 years. It's hard for me to continue without getting emotional because of the experiences that we've received from him. And we thank him for that. I would end this introduction with a quote by Guruji. Live in this world as if the whole world belongs to us. Depart from this world as if nothing belongs to us. With these words, now, on behalf of the Shirdi Satsang at Santa Barbara, I request Guruji to kindly come on screen. Pranam Baba.
Namaskar.
Baba, we request your permission to light the lamp and commence this second session of this very special session in your presence. Baba.
Okay, Shatapa, let's go ahead with the talk.
Pranam Baba.
Okay.
We shall now have a documentary on the life and teachings of Guruji, Dr. Satpathy Ji.
Dr. Chandrabhanu Satpathy is a notable philosopher, author, humanitarian, and spiritual thinker. Born on the 14th of January 1948 in India, he hails from a family of academicians and civil servants. After completing his master's in political science, he taught the subject in a leading college under Delhi University. In 1972, he was selected for the prestigious Indian Police Service. Conferred with 3 awards by the President of India: Police Medal for Gallantry, Police Medal for Meritorious Services, and Police Medal for Distinguished Service. Dr. Satpathy has chosen the medium of writing books, delivering speeches, encouraging Indian classical and devotional music, and also assimilating and amalgamating different cultures across continents. Many notable artists, dance, and cultural groups have been encouraged by him at various forums from time to time. Influenced by the great spiritual personalities of India like Sri Ramakrishna Paramhansa and Swami Vivekananda, particularly Sri Sai Baba of Shirdi, he utilized his time and energy to carry on with humanitarian activities. He has constantly endeavored for the welfare of the society, and particularly the underprivileged. He is the founder patron of Shirdi Sai Global Foundation, Haryana, that has worked extensively in the area of relief and rehabilitation during natural disasters, helping more than 30,000 families till date. He is the patron and guide of Swabhiman Odisha, a society dedicated for the welfare of the differently abled that has helped more than 20,000 differently abled children and youth. Over 200 spiritual and philanthropic centers created by Dr. Satpathy across India and other countries like USA, New Zealand, Australia, UK, Canada, South Africa, and few countries in Europe are engaged in charitable and philanthropic activities like conducting health camps, distributing food and clothing to the needy, and running charitable dispensaries, helping about 300,000 people every year. To look after the health of animals, he created veterinary dispensaries, giving free treatment to the distressed ones. He is the founder patron of 3 leading educational institutions engaged in providing value-based education with international affiliation and student exchange programs, including free education for the poor and needy. For his scholastic achievements, he has been conferred with honoris causa from 5 Indian universities. Many prominent personalities of India have appreciated and recognized Dr. Satpathy's contribution for humanity and the society.
Under the guidance of Dr. Satpathy Ji, Shirdi Sai Global Foundation not only undertakes different philanthropic activities such as humanitarian support during natural calamities, health and education service to the poor, infirm and destitute, but as part of the centenary celebrations, the Foundation's call to everyone to create global Sai consciousness so as to carry such philanthropic activities in a cooperative manner is indeed praiseworthy.
Besides receiving a large number of honors and recognitions in India, Dr. Satpathy has also been internationally recognized for promoting Indian culture, humanism, and spirituality. Recognizing the role of Dr. Satpathy towards spreading core values of peace, respect, and compassion towards all, Dr. Satpathy was invited by the US House of Representatives through the House Chaplain to open the House of Representatives session on June the 24th, 2015, as guest chaplain. This is a unique honor ever bestowed upon an Indian citizen in its 228 years of history.
Om, O Lord, by your will, we are born in different nations, speak different languages, and follow different religions and cultures. Yet we are all your children and ever grateful for your love and protection. Evoke in us pious thoughts and feelings to shun all hatred and violence and become worthy of your services. Bless our future generations to imbibe the spirit of love, sacrifice, and cooperation. Guide us in following saints like Shirdi Sai Baba, who proclaimed in Hindi, Sabka Malik Ek, meaning God is the master of all. Inspire us as your trustees to nourish and protect the world around us to sustain all life. Guide us along the ethical and holistic path of self-control, purity of purpose, and dedication enshrined in the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. O Lord, bless this august assembly and this nation in performing its national and global responsibilities towards furthering the cause of humanity. Om.
On this historic event, Congressman Jim McDermott said,
It's my privilege this morning to welcome our guest chaplain, Dr. Chandra Bhanu Satpathy, and I can't think of a time when the values of peace, respect, and compassion are needed more here in our own country and in other parts of the world. Dr. Satpathy's moving invocation this morning serves as a motivation to each of us gathered here to always remember what ultimately unites us far outweighs what divides us, regardless of language, culture, or creed.
As many people who have had a long-standing relationship with him say, even a short meeting with Dr. Satpathy may change one's life forever. Walking hand in hand with people of all strata of the society, Dr. Satpathy has touched everyone to the core with his unique way of belongingness and benevolence.
We can experience God here and now. If you see a person starving to death, all we need is to feed him with a piece of bread. Only praying won't do at that moment. God comes to the starved being in the form of a piece of loaf. After taking the bread, he thanks God.
This is a very inspiring video and motivates all of us to walk on the path shown by Guru with humility. We have with us now devotees from all over the world like India, Sri Lanka, Singapore, Australia, New Zealand, Germany, UK, Canada, and USA. Baba, we now seek permission from you to render Guru Brahma and Guru Bhagavad. Baba.
Okay.
Yes, thank you, Baba.
गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरा गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः
Next, we will have the rendition of Guru Bhagavad from the Odia Guru Bhagavad CD, and you will have the English and the Hindi translations on your screen. Please enjoy. So we hope you enjoyed the blissful rendition of Guru Bhagavad with its profound meanings. And now we shall have a talk on Guru Bhagavad by Dr. Raghunath Reddy. So Dr. Reddy is the head and professor of management studies at Sri Venkateswara University in Tirupati, and he has been associated with the Global Sai movement since 1999 under the guidance of Dr. Satpathy ji. Dr. Reddy, welcome.
Jai Shri Sai to Sutopa and Abjit. I bow down reverentially at the lotus feet of Guruji Sri Chandrabhan Satpathy ji for blessing the humanity with such wonderful treasure, Sri Guru Bhagavad. I welcome all the devotees and others who have joined this program from different parts of the globe. Well, this is a monumental work that Guruji has come out with the divine grace. And this book is basically all about devotion and Guru Tattva. He talks about many aspects of human life in great length and depth, and it gives clear perspective of many things and also wonderful insights, so which help us to understand things in crystal clear terms, and the knowledge of which is useful for us to live in this world with greater ease. And basically the Guru Bhagavad is written in Odia language, and this treatise, spiritual treatise, consists of 8 volumes. 8 volumes are already published, and it's written in a poetic meter, so easy for devotees to sing. Poetic meter, each verse consisting of 9 letters, Navakshri Chandas, Navakshri style. So till now about 35,000 verses are in public domain. 8 volumes consisting of around 35,000 verses. 9th volume is in progress, and once 9th volume comes out, perhaps number of verses that Sri Guru Bhagavad would contain would be touching somewhere around 40,000, which itself indicates it's such a mammoth work, unimaginable. This did not happen overnight. It happened over a period of last 2 decades. Actually, the uniqueness of this book, it may not be exaggerating if I say that we don't have a book of this kind in any other language. Probably you understand why. If you look at Guru Tattva, Guru Parampara, various dimensions, and something which covers all these aspects in its totality, we don't have any other book that covers, but Guru Bhagavad covers all these aspects in its totality. So it's a compendium of the teachings of various spiritual masters. Guruji has been inspired by his gurus, Shirdi Sai Baba. But then this book contains spiritual teachings of various spiritual masters. And the other unique aspect of this book is this book can be read, can be studied by any devotee, any disciple who is attached to any guru. And they can do Parayan, they can read this book, keeping their guru, respective guru in mind. So it is basically talks about Guru Tattva, very generic in nature. And as I said, like 2 decades it took for Guruji to, come out with so many volumes, and the work is still on. We really don't know when the divine will, will put an end to this, but we want this to continue. The other days, people were requesting, when Guruji said 9th volume is about to be completed. So we want more and more. So the thrust for knowledge is always there, and we are grateful to Guruji for all that. And another important aspect is this book is for all, like especially those people who are on spiritual path, who are in their spiritual journey. It immensely benefits them. There are lots and lots of virtual treasure which they can garner from this book. And it helps householders, grihasthas, as to how they can lead their routine, normal life, and it also helps various professionals in different fields. And the knowledge that it imparts is phenomenal because, as I said, it covers various aspects of human life. In that sense, it does a world of good for every person, no matter what one does. So it is a book for all. This is another unique aspect. Now, the thing is, when you look at such a monumental work, and if I tell you how it all started, probably you all will be surprised because this book hasn't started with a concrete plan. Like an academician, when we think of writing a book or publishing an article, the amount of time we spend planning, structuring, picking the theme, organizing the content, just for one paper or one small book. But now imagine 40,000 verses, 8 volumes already published, 9th volume is about to be published. And such mammoth work started without any specific plan. So, we all understand when something doesn't happen as per the human plan, it is the divine will, it is a divine plan which is working. So I have no hesitation whatsoever to say that this book has come out for the good of everyone, and it's a divine sankalp. With the will of divine, this has happened, and Guruji has mentioned this fact many times while interacting with devotees. And the Genesis part, Guruji will be sharing how it all started and then what was the motivation for him. So I would rather focus on what is happening in and around about once this book has come out into the market. Initially, Vodia book has come into the market, and people from other states, they started understanding what it contains, because Vodia only people in the state of Odisha can go through. So as people started understanding what it contains, there was a demand that this book needs to be translated into many other languages, especially English and Hindi. And accepting the request of devotees, Guruji came out with the English version of Sri Guru Bhagavad. And after people got to know about this book, today it is available in many languages. Common languages being, besides Odia, English, Hindi, Sanskrit, it is available in many Indian languages, starting from Telugu, Tamil, Kannada, Marathi, Gujarati, Bhojpuri, Kashmiri, Bengali, Assamese. And you can understand the volume of work that devotees have done over a period of time, bringing out the translated versions of Sri Guru Bhagavad. And another noteworthy aspect is this book is available in Odia, in Hindi, in Braille script. So people who are visually challenged, they can go through. That's another remarkable thing that has happened. Besides availability of this book in different languages, there's a Sri Guru Bhagavad app, which is available on Android platform, Apple platform, and one can access all the books in different languages and also the music albums that have been brought out. So this is another thing. And there are retreats which are happening in different parts of the globe. I was part of a retreat in 2016, a spiritual retreat, but the focus was on Sri Guru Bhagavad, relevance of Sri Guru Bhagavad in day-to-day life. So retreats are happening. A lot of people are doing research, and some I just got to know the other day, some 3-4 people are keen to pursue research. And I'm happy to share that one of my scholars is currently pursuing research on Sri Guru Bhagavad. And today there is a lot of research which is happening in the field of workplace spirituality. So we have having looked at, different kind of research that has happened in that field. Now we are working on relevance of Sri Guru Bhagavad to workplace spirituality. It is in progress. It may take another 2.5 years to publish. So a lot of things. The other day, I was part of online meet wherein Guru Bhagavad Tungi was inaugurated by Guruji. A lot of Sri Guru Bhagavad Tungis are coming up. 3 of them have come up in the recent past, and many are in the offing. So Tungi, actually in Odisha, Bhagavat Tungis have started when the great saint Sri Atibada Jagannath Das came out with Odia Bhagavat. So where people meet, it's a place where people meet and then kind of, have satsang, recite the poetic verses of Bhagavad. Now people are doing that, and a lot of books have come out. People have shared their experiences and then their thoughts, their reflections. And in the early stages itself, these books have been published. Now there is an exclusive magazine which was recently released on Sri Guru Bhagavad. It's supposed to be a multilingual magazine, and so much is happening around the globe. And recent addition is YouTube channels in different languages: Bengal, Odia, Punjabi, and very soon we are going to start Telugu channel, and the work is in the process. So much of work is happening, and if you look at the way it's been, expanding in different forms, so you can understand that something is expanding at such pace, touching the lives of so many people. It got to be the will of the Creator, the divine, the Lord's wish. So it is reaching nook and corner of country, globe, and people are happy, focusing on the teachings that it contains. And specifically, coming to the content, I will be just briefly touching upon the content that these 8 volumes contain. The first book is about Sadgurus, different types of gurus, classification of devotees, spiritual initiation by Sri Guru. And second book beautifully describes the relationship between Guru and disciple, the power of miracles, and it also talks about divine grace, Shaktipat, which is transference of power. Third book is about science of death, Mrityu Vidya. Then it talks about law of karma, theory of action-reaction syndrome. Then it also talks about difference between, it also talks about spiritual matters in great length. Then the fourth book is about getting the grace of Guru, Ishwar Prapti. You can call it God realization or realization of God. Then how do we worship different deities and Guru? What's the difference between the way we worship deities and the way Guru can be worshipped? So it clearly talks about that, which is very, very needed. Guruji often stresses this while addressing devotees in different events. And the fifth book is all about faith and blind faith. Fifth book is considered to be very useful for Grihasthas because it clearly talks about the duties of family members and principles of, you can call it family life. Then it also contains the principles of Kala. Sixth book is about 3 sects of Hinduism. It contains and it also talks about Puranas, Itihasas, and the inspirational role that Guru plays in our lives. Seventh book is focused on Paramatma, Atma, and Jivatma. Then the greatness of Guru, Guru Tattvam. And actually here this book, the beauty of this book is it makes a nice comparison of Guru Tattvam, taking 2 popular epics, Ramayana and Mahabharata. And this is a unique aspect. I don't think Guru Tattva comparison, keeping these 2 epics in mind has been done by anyone, to my knowledge. I'm not sure. So this is one important aspect of this. Then recently the book that was released about a few days ago, Guru Bhagavad 8, it contains sayings of saints and Grihastha Sant. It talks about Grihastha Sant. We all know that there are people who are basically family people, they're part of family, they lead normal family life, but they are totally detached at heart and they are seen by the world as true saints. So it talks about Grihasthas Sant, Atma Shakti, Atma Gnan, Shiva Tattva, Upavas. So as you have looked at the contents of these 8 volumes, There are many more that I could not, due to paucity of time, I could not talk about. So this book absolutely many aspects, the knowledge of which is absolutely useful for human beings. The other thing is like now the focus, when we are trying to focus on this, what do we get? So basically, one gets attuned to dharmic living. So the biggest benefit that we can draw out from this book is one gets attuned to dharmic living. You know, today adharma has pushed dharma to backseat. So time has come, especially, Corona times, everybody is talking about dharma revival. And if it has happened, well and good, and we need dharma to take front seat, not back seat. And this is one basic thing. And other thing that I find is you will have enormous amount of clarity on various aspects, various topics, because everything is dealt at great length. So you get that much of clarity. So another thing is biggest assurance that you get when you read that Guru is with you and he is taking care of your life is in his hands. And so when you have that kind of assurance, you are not worried about anything. Absolutely, anything means anything. So the fear which usually grips all of us, human beings, we go through a lot of fearful moments, and that vanishes. Once fear goes, what remains is peace. So we are striving to attain peace. But the best thing is turn to a guru, follow his teachings, follow his preachings, and you will absolutely be not worried about anything. So fear vanishes in no time. This is another biggest, I can say, benefit. Then why gurus take human form, incarnate in the form of human beings. And you can understand that also when you go through this. And another important thing is that you realize Guru is the only true companion who is with you in this perceptible world, not only in this perceptible world, in imperceptible world as well, world beyond. People around us, we don't know when these people leave, when others, break their relationship with us, but Guru is always with us. This realization is absolutely important for us, because when he is a constant companion, we don't have to look for anything else. That's ultimate. And this book, actually, there are a lot of prayers this book contains. Each prayer teaches us how to pray and what to pray. Because when we pray for God, we have list of things. We keep asking for a number of things. But if you look at the prayers, they're very soul-stirring, heart-touching. For example, we all are obsessed and focused on attaining self-realization, getting mukti, moksha. But you see one of the prayers, Guruji asking for rebirth n number of times. Every time you bless me with a rebirth so that I can do your work, I can remain engaged in doing your work, which means significance of doing Guru's work. It makes this aspect very clear. And similarly, he seeks the companionship of Guru, nothing else. And other beautiful thing is, you mold my life the way you want. I have nothing to ask. So perhaps, when we look at these prayers, we understand what to pray and how to pray. We have brought out a CD consisting of about 8 prayers, which was released in US last year, around the same time when Minneapolis Temple was inaugurated. So it was such a blissful experience for us over a period of 3 years. It took 3 years for us to work on that CD and complete. So this is another thing. Well, there is so much we can go on talking about this book. Each stanza probably, has the potential for a lengthy divine discourse. So I'm thanking the organizers once again for blessing me with this opportunity. And the best way we can, express our gratitude to Guruji is to read this book on a daily basis, understand, not mechanical reading, but reading between the lines, understand the message that he's trying to share with all of us, and practice. So Guru's preachings are to be practiced to the extent possible. And what happens when we practice Guru's teachings? our lives will be studded with wonderful virtues. You call it peace, you call it compassion, humility, all those divine attributes, divine qualities one would be able to imbibe. So that's a beauty, and that's the best way of of gratitude to Guruji for all that he has been doing for the humanity at large. Thank you, Baba, once again for blessing us with such wonderful work. May Sri Sai bless us all. Thank you. Thank you, Sutapa.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Reddy, for that informative and enriching talk on Sri Guru Bhagavad. So I would just like to add a line based on my personal experience. I feel that the more we delve into this scripture, the more we, get drawn into it. And then Guru Bhagavad becomes a part of daily life for us all. And in continuation with this talk on Guru Bhagavad, we will quickly show you a slide on Guru Bhagavad availability. This we are showing because I received some inquiries about how to procure Guru Bhagavad. So Guru Bhagavad is available in multiple languages, in print form and in the digital form. In the digital form, it's available on Android and Apple devices. And for the print form, you have to either email or WhatsApp Vision printers and publishers. We are leaving the screen on for a few seconds. If anybody would like to note down the details for the Santa Barbara group, if you wish to order and you have not noted down the details, please do get in touch with me and I will share the details with you again. So now we have a very special session with Guruji. Guruji, everyone is waiting eagerly to hear from you. So I kindly request you to address everyone.
Jai Shri Sai.
Jai Shri Sai.
I have the pleasure of seeing your faces. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year.
And all you love in the sad Corona time, living most of people with anxiety and a lot of uncertainty. I would like to speak in English and interspersed with Hindi, or both the languages at its suits. And also put a little video or Bangla bolte pari, all sorts of things. I'm Marathi type, sorry. I was listening to what Raghunath was telling. He has been with me for long, like it. Most of the people have been 2 decades, 3 decades now. To start with, this is organized for Sri Guru Bhagavat, a certain book about which much has been said. The underlying force has been Shirdi Sai Baba theme, who is my Guru. But Guru Bhagavat is not necessarily meant for Shirdi Sai Baba. Anybody can praise Guru in a manner and style that suits him, because there are many manners and styles. First question. It can be Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, can be Ramana Maharshi, can be even the intellectual spiritualism of Swami Vivekananda, about which I had spoken the other day, a few years back in Seattle, bridging the gap between nations function. For me, language, religions, groups, that doesn't matter at all. There is a theme called Guru Tattva. Otherwise, why is everybody talking about Guru, from God to mundane? Why should a man like Tukaram dance and become mad? Tuka phane nache nirlaja honi. Nahi maje mani duja bhava. Why should he do that? Why is he mad? Why should, for Kali, should Ramakrishna Paramahansa is crying and man absolutely bhola, and an intellect like Vivekananda would be surrendering. There will be questions. There must be something more, which we may not be knowing. We ought to know. Before I proceed, let me tell you, I am not a guru. Please cut out that stuff. I know the subject well, maybe. And I talk with you doesn't necessarily qualify me, and I'm not in it. And another thing, a lot of blessings are being asked. Sorry, I can bless. I don't have the powers. I can pray for you as much as you can pray for me. And let God and His Gurus bless. Let's cut out these things. Another thing, let me tell you. When I'm telling you something, I think 30 years I've been doing something. So I tell people, I'm like a fellow who has been promoted from class 9 to 10th. You may be like class 9 fellows. Coming to 10th, take my notes. Use it as you like, in your own way. I don't much believe in miracles. Miracles cannot be the visiting card of a saint. Their quality of human being is the visiting card. I'm certainly not going by Shirdi Sai Baba's miracles. Much of it is spoken. Yeah, miracles happen. There are some powers. It happens. Psychological power. So lots of powers are there. But what is the greatness of the person? Helping others without wanting a return, within the negative and positive proclivities of human beings, cutting across sex, religion, and all that. Expansion of spirit is spiritualism. It absorbs everything. शिरडी साई बाबा ने जितना दुख उठा है लोगों से, जब पढ़ोगे आपको पता चलेगा सारे संत कितने कष्ट भोगे थे, फिर भी इन्होंने माफ करके करे. That greatness to absorb everybody is the greatness, without a return. That's what actually draws me. But before that, I must say, Suttapa and Abhijit, and both of you have been since Santa Barbara Satsang, 6th year. And I must say, this program, particularly I've seen, is very well organized. I've been doing this Zoom like this with 500 people, 300 people almost. Last month, there were 6 of them. I think Punjabi, Telugu, Udia, I don't know, international. It's very well organized, formatted. And your organization will go well because I find the basic approach is balanced. These 8 volumes, Dr. Raghunath Reddy has already said. I am not here to tell you Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva, Mahasana, not at all. I will tell you that what the concepts of Guru were, how it was operative and maybe required at that point of time, and today time has changed. What do you do about it? Because much of the problem has come in this name of Guru. How do you see, Guru Bhagavad tells you what to do, what not to do. It is not coming from Sanskrit volumes. I know Sanskrit, of course. I'm just saying what you should not do. That's all. Common sense. Andha Vishwas, I get now. There are certain things let's take a simple example, Andha Vishwas. Earlier, everything was in religion. If the chappal is in ulta in your house, it is sacrilegious. अरे मंदिर के आगे तो सारे चप्पल उल्टे हैं. It may be sanitary habit to go during Corona times. It has nothing to do with spirituality. We have added many things that have nothing to do with spirituality. Sanitary habits, social habits, fine. All blind faiths. This is the age of science. Now there is a very wrong concept that one who has scientific approach or science is against God and religion. Absolutely ignorance. Nature reveals itself through various methodologies. Law of physics was working, but then somebody discovered it someday. Newton's law was always there, but somebody discovered it. So yesterday, when science was not evolved, like as well today in technology. Then people went for help somewhere. Today, for giving, sending message, we wanted Narad, or I want to pray, let my thought wave go and touch him. Now you got cell phone with you, everyone there. You don't need it, that sort of exercise. You don't need it. Duragamana, you have the airways, you don't need for that. Pray God. You are going all right. So God yesterday revealed through yoga, yajna, some sort of method. Now it is revealing through science. God is, or the forces of nature are revealing through science. Let's not say they are wrong. Others, whatever you are talking, 100 like me sitting could not have told you a single word from this stance. Acceptance of change in time is the issue here. Corona, I will come to that. I written an article, I think they should give you. It has shown the helplessness and hopelessness of the entire human civilization. At a point of time when nature twists, जब प्रकृति ने करवट बदल लिया, जिस करवट में सोए थे और हम साथ सटके रहे थे और जिंदगी खुशहाल रहा, ये करवट बदल लिए, समस्त पृथ्वी के करवट भी बदल रहे, भयभीत, आतंकित, आशंकित, जानते नहीं करें क्या। बात पर ये मानव जाति के पराजय नहीं है। मैं कोरोना के बारे में लिखा हूं गुरु भागवत 8 में, ये पराजय नहीं है। हम अपने अंदर के आत्मशक्ति को अगर जागृत नहीं कर सकते तब डरेंगे। अपने विज्ञान पर विश्वास नहीं होगा, अपने मेंटर्स के ऊपर विश्वास नहीं होगा, सामाजिक शक्ति के ऊपर विश्वास नहीं होगी कि हम लड़ सकते हैं। Let's say with heart within God over it. हम आकाश में ईश्वर को ढूंढते बजाय अपने अंदर जो ईश्वरीय शक्ति है लड़ने का, सहने का, एक दूसरे को मदद करने का, उसको क्यों ना जगाए। In Corona taught us. Even your enemy, you would not wish to have Corona because that will infect you. And those Corona fighters staged it. Actually, spiritualism is playing a very heavy role with the material format. Each war gives a spiritual concept with a material form. Like, for my state, country, I get killed. High sacrifice. Yes, high sacrifice, soldier. But I kill the maximum people. I'm a murderer. Justified. Highest sacrifice, highest anger, highest love, everything comes to foreplay at the time of crisis in the world. Second World War crisis created today's civilization, millions dead. Redefined territorial in the world. Now it will redefine many things. So be aware of the change. These are all in Guru Bhagavad, what I'm telling you. Of course, historical, I've said what the ancient gurus, Vyasa Muni did, and all of how the Gotra Parampara started with these gurus. How did they, what is their relevance? How they have been done great things. All those are already written, historical backgrounds. How to, what is Guru Puja and what is you should learn from Guru and all sort of Diksha. And also, the word Diksha is very simple. Diksha can be Kana, Karna and Mantra and all sorts of things. Diksha is basically a contract of mind between a guru and a shishya. I shall teach you this, and you shall do this, and we shall not cross the boundaries. It's a contract, basically. You should maintain secrecy. You should maintain these virtues. The moment you break this, I am no guru, I am no shishya. If the shishya doesn't accept, or the guru doesn't, it doesn't happen. It's a contract. So instead of, we don't understand what is that exactly. Dharma, for example, the war. Dharma is nothing like what you say Hinduism. And Dharma is through dhatu to hold together. If in the name of war you are fighting among yourself, it is not dharma. Like parivarik dharma. Means holding together in family. Samajik dharma. Holding together society. Holding together is dharma. That's defined. For example, I was telling the Vice Chancellor of Sanskrit University. Brahma. Some people do not know the difference between Brahma and Brahma. Brahma is a devata and Brahma is the ultimate substance that all the spirits that created. Brahma comes from a Sanskrit word, those who know, Brunhi or Brungnatu. Anything that is capable of self-expanding. ब्रह्म शक्ति जहां पड़ेगा वो एक्सपैंड कर ही जाएगा सीधी सीधी. स्पिरिचुअल पावर बोलते हो, ये संत लोग खुद ही बढ़ जाएगा. अगर नहीं बड़ा लिमिटेड हो गया तो वहां ब्रह्म शक्ति इन वेरी लिमिटेड फॉर्म में. वो स्पिरिट बढ़ेगा, कर्मों का परिसर बढ़ जाएगा. एक विवेकानंद थे, आगे करिए, ब्रह्म शक्ति था तभी बढ़िया. तो ये सब तुम पढ़ो काफी लैंग्वेज में. वी आर वेटिंग फॉर, आई थिंक मैं सिंधी का रिलीज नहीं कर पाया, अभी करूंगा. सिंधी इज कमिंग, द अदर वन इज कमिंग, दैट इज मारवाड़ी, जैसा that is Rasta language is coming. Others, most of the languages there. You find a lot of YouTubes. One of them is Bengali, Dista, Sai Foundation Dista. You find they are doing. Actually, believe me, I am not doing. मुझसे इतना हो गया, मैं कर लिया. सब करना मेरा काम नहीं ना, मैं कर सकता हूँ ना. मैं सोच रहा हूँ कि मैं कभी सोच के इतना लिखा कि किताब छपूंगा. मुझे कोई शौक नहीं किताब छपने का. अगर ईश्वर नहीं, मैं कह रहा हूँ कर्म तो करूंगा. बस छपे ना छपे बहुत इस चक्कर में मिले. आई एम नॉट अप टू दैट. उसी में दुखी. सो द पॉइंट इज दैट when you read it, the Guru Bhagavad, let me tell you, unless you read the first volume, it will be difficult to understand the second volume. It's like an encyclopedia. Anything and everything about Guru. It includes all religions, Sufism, everything. It doesn't want you to follow anyone. You follow whatever you like. You are free for any religion, you are free. Almost all the religions have common parameters. That there is one ultimate God. Who denies that? And that God has got agents, second. Prophet Muhammad, Saint Gabriel, in Hinduism, a lot of them. Saints. They carry the message in human form, fine. But please understand, still I am not clear about one thing. That one species called Homo sapiens, with so much of cerebral capacity on this earth's plane. Only one species called Homo sapien, after Australopithecus and Pithecanthropus and Pekini man, on one earth in 5 to 10,000 years, without reference to millions and billions of Milky Ways and the universes clashing there, how can it assert that it knows God? And which controls the entire thing in their void. I think our knowledge is limited. Think of that. Think that. God is leading to science today. Because it's don't misunderstand the process of nature. It's something religious and non-religious. Science is a process. Okay. Next concept. The question of Guru is not necessarily very highly spiritual. It started with the need basis. Somebody has to teach, somebody has to learn. As you pop out of your mother's womb, or I pop out, I need someone to teach me how to suckle the breast. Instinctive, how to crouch myself. And that time, my need of survivability is the maximum. If that mother was not there with that capacity of tolerance and sacrifice and holding me in her bosom, I would not survive. And teaching me the first word, Ma, holding the first letter, holding my finger, I would not have learned. Therefore, that becomes spiritual. God was not there, Lord Krishna. Nobody was there. Say, Mahata Chilo. That was there. And that is the first God, spiritual power. And that is why it was not a spiritual power. How did the nature empower it to carry it in 9 months and produce it? What is this? First point. Take that mother. If I am not grateful to that character who has done so much for me, how can I be grateful to anything else, including a guru? And which guru, what the idea and sense will accept me, knowing that I was not been rearing or protecting my root itself. I'm so common senseless. Comes from that. So the 8th volume this time for the first time, it was very interesting for you to see. I said, okay, every day we say, Pita, Swarga, Pita, Bairi, Mata, etc. All that. This is more necessary because today in the world of atomic esoteric individualism, today is esoteric atomic individualism. Everybody has the freedom of speech, learning, technology supporting to love it, credit card, technology, cell phone, I can fully independent without any relation with my family. But this effect of technology is cutting out much of emotional connectivity, which fortunately Corona has re-established in India. Maybe, or Indians abroad. This is necessity. This is dharma, grahastha dharma. It has also taught us, you don't have to run to temples. You better practice at home to pray. None church-going Christians, none church-going Hindus, good enough. There are temples, you can build 10 of them. Some people have built a lot. But are you rearing him inside is the issue. Again, rearing God means not a face. No. Much of the Hindu deities are symbolisms. Figure symbolic. Like mantra is a sound symbolism of a thought. Sound symbolism. I feel like this, I feel depressed. Some musical note will come in the first or third octave, whatever it is. Letter sleepy is a symbolism of my thought. A creation reflects symbolism of what I'm thinking. Therefore, these are symbolisms. The problem with us has been that we have been misunderstanding process with the product. Much of it in the religion problems. Let us say, and our understanding is, I've written how to approach it very simply. Don't have to go through all these exercises. Because all the big saints like Ramakrishna Paramahansa, Siddhi Sai Baba never wanted their children or their devotees to go through a difficult process, simple process. They will always do that. Their mother God. I've written a prayer for the mother and father this time. We have written a prayer for all the 36 सारे देव देवता का अपनी कविता लिख लिए जिन्होंने बना पिता माता उनके ऊपर तो एक भी प्रयोग तो नहीं लिखा कोई जब सही में आप समझते हो उनका प्यार करो सम्मान दोगे लिखो ना लिखो पर मैं लिखा फर्स्ट टाइम I felt and I did it. Prayer for prayer. You read it in the 8th volume, you'll know what it means. What you are feeling exactly, those distant from parents. Grow that teacher in you. That parents are teachers. Then come the formal teachers from outside. They're called mentors in the United or other countries, or teachers paid because there's no emotional connectivity, much of it. In earlier time, there was no choice but to have it because the child used to go to Gurukula Ashram at the age of 7, stay from 7 to 16. His entire life personality was rolling around him. They not only taught them education, Sanskrit, warfare, training, family, everything they taught, total life. Therefore, they called it Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu. The whole life was concentrating around this. So, in the change time, as Corona has taught us, I'm just telling what changes are written, what it is telling. The social awareness had been broken, a lot of it disturbed. Now it has created social awareness. In one of my books, Gopya Rogapya, from the hidden to the open, I think it was inaugurated in Sanskrit University, Delhi has translated. It was presented to the Prime Minister, 1912, I think, Manmohan Singh and Vigyan Bhavan were discussed there. I written on the future of the world in which I have written such disease will come. It is already there. That will change the manastattva. लोगों के ऐसे बीमारी आ रहे आएंगे, नया बीमारी आते रहेंगे, पर लोगों के मनस्तत्व पृथ्वी में परिवर्तन करनेकारी बीमारी भी आएगी. ये मनस्तत्व परिवर्तनकारी बीमारी है. So don't be surprised at all. ये बताओ, जब टेक्नोलॉजी नहीं था, 10,000 years, 5,000 years before, ये सदगुरु कोई नहीं था, कॉन्सेप्ट ही नहीं होगा, वो तो वो हेड होगा, ट्राइबल हेड होगा, couldn't do something like this. टेक्नोलॉजी नहीं था, साइंस नहीं था, टेक्नोलॉजी एडवांस नहीं था, भगवान का जो फॉर्मेट था वो भी फॉर्म नहीं हुआ था। माने विष्णु होंगे, अवतार होंगे, गैब्रियल सेंट होंगे, कोई होगा, ये भी नहीं था कि भगवान को पहचाने, हम फॉर्मेटाइज नहीं कर पाए मन से, परिकल्पना मिल रहा, हम कछुआ को कोई पूजा कर रहे, कभी मेढक को, कभी शेर को, कभी आग को, इनको भगवान समझते भी। इसके अंदर भी सबसे बड़े अग्निउत्पात हुए, प्रलय हुए, all sort of disasters took place about 5,000-10,000 years before, when the concept of God was not there much. They thought fire to be God and water to be God. No. Technology had not developed like today with so much of science and power. Yet the human race survived. Why? It has the inbuilt capacity and faith in itself to survive. They can join, they can survive. And do you think, by any frank of imagination today, the human society will be extinct because of a corona disease, with all the technology and all that? It shall not. So let's raise the faith in us, in whatever. This is Guru Tattva again. If I put a language of Guru Tattva language, yes, Partho, Dhanur Dharo, धनु को धारण कर पार्थो, तो पुरुष तो वीर हो। इतना बड़ा महाभारत आ रहा है, इमोशनल मत होना। हे पार्थ, तुम धनु अपने तुरंत उठाओ और युद्ध करो, इतना खराब आ रहा भी तुम जीतोगे। The same call in crisis time, fighting objectively, without crying, cursing, and subjectivity. It was no different. It was no different at all. So we have to modernize our thought about Guru. Guru Tattva is subject. And whom we expect, what we don't expect, what to change, how to become the first Guru for children. They need you a lot. Please don't discard their thoughts because they are already bombarded with information system. Created by whom? They, our generations. Once you get an instrument to the society, you better know its effects. If you don't know as parents its effect given to children, then you are responsible. I've seen many families now crying that the child is 24/7 with the cell phone. I said, but you gave him at the age of 11 only. Did you teach him what to use, what not to use? Did you guide him properly? You had no time. You both of you are working up to Friday evening, and then 2 days holiday. Pizza Hut, whatever. So this is new coming. Guru Tattva is a Tattva, means a subject. Guru Tattva element. We have to approach it in a certain matrix or formula. Okay, let us say Newton's law of motion. 3 laws of motion. Is the law of motion of what? Law of motion of matter. And matter in what form? Solid or liquid or gases, or combination thereof. It is solid or liquid or gas or combination thereof. Its motion. Okay? In whatever shape, whatever size, doesn't matter. The same law will apply if a star is going, it will apply if a drop of water is going. Now, but this is matter, law of movement of matter. But when you go to electromagnetic forces, motion of energy, you can't apply this. You have to come to Einstein's E is equal to mc square and other formula. Therefore, first is matter. Second is energy. Third is consciousness. Chetana. That is the highest. Now, if you want to approach Chetana and not energy or matter, you have to come to a different formula. It will need a different formula. Unfortunately, we approach it through EMC square and Newton law. All matter, material forces, material understandings. We approach it from the modern human being psychological theory of pain pleasure theory. Whatever gives pain is bad, avoid. Whatever gives pleasure is good, accept. And that me first. So in the world, I am the center of this universe. All pleasures and pain that I get are the truths, rest are not. They are much greater reality. The saints perceived that if others are not happy, I cannot be happy. Therefore, the expansion of spirit comes in there. In fact, they suffered a lot because of the devotees. You can imagine that. They suffered a lot, all of them. Of course, you should pity them, but they are there to pity you substantially. Because you think the greatness of your material forces are our mind, including me, is so powerful that it can solve all problems, including death. Therefore, the Egyptian pharaohs used to keep the entire material inside the pyramid, that when they are born, they will not die, those will be used. Including अपने नौकरानी को रख लिया, अपने भाई को भी रख लिया, 8-10 पुतला बना के. How funny! The search for immortality is one of the greatest paradoxes, foolishness. That is what actually, if you ask me, वो तो पूछा रहा वो जो युधिष्ठिर यक्ष संवाद था, उनके 5 भाई पानी पीने गए थे पांडवों का, वो कोई यक्ष बैठा हुआ था, प्रश्न पूछा, उत्तर नहीं दे पाए, सब मर गए, पानी पिए. तो उसने पूछा कि वो युधिष्ठिर को प्रश्न पूछा, किमाश्चर्यम अतः परम. One of the questions that Yudhishthira was asked by the yaksha in the side of a pond, what is the biggest surprise? He said, ahanyahani bhutani gacchanti siriyamalayam sesha jivitam icchanti kimascharyam atha param. Ahani, every day, day followed by a day. Ahani, bhutani, we bhuta. यमालय जाते रहते हैं रोज का, हम लोग देखते हैं, उनको लेके आते हैं, शेषा जीवित इच्छति, इवन देन वी वांट टू लिव इन फॉर इमोर्टैलिटी. इससे आश्चर्य क्या हो सकता है? Last thing I will say, because I think I spoke 35 minutes. I'm usually 45 minutes, naturally. I spoke 35 minutes, I guess, from here only. Look, the logic of we are a part of nature. I'm a part of nature, and you are a part of nature. As trees are parts of nature. प्राणी, जिसमें प्राण है, living being is which is life. Okay. प्राण किसमें है? We only condition it to the animals world, bird world. But prana is there in a plant also. We don't call it a prani, because it doesn't have the other characteristics of a prana. मैं कहता pranamaya jagata. Wherever life form is there, whatever form, like you find the microbes moving in the space, you don't see the sky. They have a life. The plants have a life. Animals have a life. We have interdependability of these lives. They are interdependent. Because otherwise, where does the coronavirus comes from and catches you, man? How do you scale? You are not seeing. You are not aware. All these are moving. This complete balancing is necessary today. We used animals, killed them for game more than what we needed. Need is okay. Jivam jiva khadate. Take a living being will a living thing. Maybe aloo, maybe chicken. प्राण पूर्ण जीवन हम जैसे प्राण खाएंगे ना, पत्थर खा के तो जी नहीं सकते, समझा. पर अपने आवश्यकता जितना है उससे जितना कर हंटिंग करके मार के क्या फायदा है? We misutilize, overutilize. And particular genes, let's say कुत्ता, चाइना का कुत्ता, उसका भी जेनेटिक कोड में थ्रेशोल्ड, डॉक्टर कोई होगा तो समझेगा बेटर. I don't know doctor, I'm speaking common sense only. कुत्ता का भी जेनेटिक कोड में एक टॉलरेंस का थ्रेशोल्ड एरिया होगा ना. उसको ज्यादा प्रेशर पड़ेगा, वो अगर प्रॉपर्ली उसको रखने का रखरखाव नहीं होगा, उसके जेनेटिक कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगा क्या? वो भी तो कुछ उसके रिएक्शन आ जाएगा. नहीं, म्यूटेट कुछ नहीं होता. थ्रेशोल्ड एरिया मेंटेनेंस of the organic body like us. Think. So holding this together will sustain us. And this is what the saint said. He is the past. Now, therefore, we are entering what I call eco-spiritualism. I'm writing on that. Or eco-spirituality. You have to balance it. यही धर्म है धारण करने का. मैं जो पहले कहा था परिभाषा धर्म का धारण करने का, इन सबको धारण करके आवश्यकता लेके हमारी मिनिमम क्या जरूरत है लेके is the issue. That is what we failed. Now the time is to talk us. And it is good. So Tapa, because of this, without wasting your energy and time, I am able to talk with you. You are there. Science has created life, so convenience for you. Science means what? Nature's power working through us only created science. That nature's power working through us gives us a yoga. Okay. So better pray, better thank those scientists who are helping us. If Marconi were to born today in India, they would have created a temple of Marconi in 30 years. Because he has the miracle powers of communication nobody had. So don't go by those. Those are symbolisms. Therefore, you find question to answer to most of your things that you have. And tell the children simple things. You have to make them understand in their language. You can't make them understand in our language. I'm 70 plus, 74 तो हो गया मेरा 75 में चल रहा. हम अपने language अपने view से नहीं कर सकते. इसलिए we have to educate ourselves. In one of the points I've said, now the parents and the teachers and the staff, we have to educate themselves to come down to that level too. They need education. I think adult education now in IT. Like me, I can't. I sometimes my things go wrong. Someone helps me. So, in my life, I have never gone for a written speech. I don't believe in that. I believe in looking at you and speaking. I'm telling you what you are thinking. We have the common questions, all of us, as Homo sapiens. And I don't know, lot of thanks has to given. Formatting में काम करिया. I should start off with Manjunath, Suttapayana, of course, and Raghunath for introducing me so well. Raghunath has been introducing me, and they're doing good. The Telugu group is doing a great work. Somebody introduced me to 4 temples of Maharashtra. I mean, the Maratha people are very dear to me because Baba's वहाँ पर उनका तो संत परंपरा इतना बढ़िया है. निवृत्तिनाथ से शुरू करके भरा पड़ा है इनको. ज्ञानेश्वरी पढ़ो, सुपलाई, मुक्ताई, मैं तो सब जगह गया हूँ. तुलजा भवानी, अक्कलकोट महाराज, so many times. Pandharpura, Shirdi Maze Pandharpura in the Asti is there. It's a very spiritual thing. See, India, various times, various groups came actually. The Bengali groups came. Vivekananda, him, and then Ram Thakur and Loknath Brahmacharya whole group came there. Odisha has Panchasakha in the 16th century. South India, they have got, I mean, Raman Vasu was the latest. Everywhere, Punjab had Nassim Mehta in Gujarat. I mean, everywhere. Saints happen everywhere. They cut across spaces. So that means the thought is there, some people catch it. They like frequency. If you have the frequency, you can do it. So for all the care taken in organizing Suttapaya and Avijit and your group.
Yes, Baba.
And so Avijit. Then Manjunath, Adesha Shirole, Tamanna Raisingani, Amit, Kokate, must be Maharashtrian. And Abhanjali Ubaraju from Bay Area. And many others, I can take the names. Pardon me if I am incompetent to remember the names. It's a competence, of course. And all those who have listened to me, I mean, wasting their time. Because why should anybody listen to anybody for nothing? And secondly, don't thank me, dear. Because I'm obliged to talk about my Guru. I'm feeling happy talking with you and communicating. If human beings are talking and not feeling happy, that's the animal behavior. Absolutely. Because there are three animal behaviors in man, which in crisis time you can know. Hunger, he would behave like an animal, whatever it is. Anger and passion. All these three types of animal behavior. Anger in any form. The whole thing this Guru's taught is that if you control your angry, that energy you can use in much better form. By being angry, you do nothing. You don't control it. Again, let me tell you, all this Guru Tattva, etc. I have been listening to you and renditioning Guru Bhagavata, beautifully done, and Pathan, all the Karyakram. Ultimately, what is your take home? It is not a capsule exercise. Have a capsule for today and be happy. Today is Sunday, okay, fine. Yours is one day before, half a day. And forget, no. Some take home. If your thought is come, try to grow that thought if you want to. And that exercise is yours. Otherwise, a very happy thing. Like a film hero killing a villain, and that's the end of it. Villain must be killed by the hero. So the books are there, internet is there, everything there. Shutapa is there to help.
Yes, Baba.
And other group is also there.
Yes, everybody is there.
But ultimately, it is your Guru, whosoever your Guru, not necessarily Siddhi Sai Baba, as I said. As I tell people, I am not the advertising agency for Siddhi Sai Baba. It is a wrong thing to tell false miracles about Guru, प्रचार करने का उसका नाम हम नहीं बोलेगा. मैं सबको कहूँगा आपकी कोई false चीज मत बोलो, that is medicine. आपको गुरु का अगर ताकत हो ना खुद ही अपने एनर्जी में बढ़े, आपको झूठ बोलने की क्या जरूरत है? एडवर्टाइजमेंट का काम नहीं करेगा. Like he wants us to be, Gurus want us to be stable, strong Guru. We want them to spread up their own strength. We express love to him. We don't express false things about him. That is the better. Let us start to cut down all these traditional things that time doesn't permit us anymore. So I can wish happiness to your families. मैं कहता हूँ आजकल कहता हूँ तुम कोरोना मुक्त और कोरोना युक्त हो जाओ. कोरोना मुक्त हो जाओ, कोरोना युक्त हो जाओ दूसरों के लिए. आप खुशी से जीवन बिताओ. जो अपने गुरु है उनको ध्यान करो, उनके दी हुई पथ पर अनुसरण करके जहां जहां संभव है. संभव सब कुछ नहीं है. आप पारिवारिक लोग हैं, मैं पारिवारिक लोग हूं. हम संत नहीं आचार्य ने सड़क में निकल जाएंगे, गलत होगा. भगवान ने रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी बच्चे बीवी का दिया है, उसको छोड़ के मियाँ चल दिए, वो गलत है. हमको परिवार को अच्छी तरह से चलाना है. वही पिता माता को हेल्प करना है, चाहे कुत्ते पाले हो उसको हेल्प करना है. इसलिए द बेस्ट धर्म इज द परिवार धर्म ऑफ द फोर. क्योंकि यही पारिवारिक आदमी मेहनत करके सब कुछ सह के लड़ के पैसा कमा के सबको पाल के कुछ पैसा जब संस्था में देता है संतों को, तब तो उनका जिंदगी चलता है. ये अगर सबको संत हो गया तो समाज नहीं चलेगा. So don't underestimate your competence, your virtue. saying अरे हम तो पारिवारिक आदमी हैं, ये तो संत हो गया, ये बहुत हायर ऊपर चलेगा, हम क्या करेंगे? गलत. यही मैं कहता हूँ, अपने को समझो. The big job that you are doing, rearing 3-5 souls, getting them, rearing them, is a big thing. Believe me, I hold the Santa ये जो पारिवारिक परंपरा as the highest. Otherwise, God was not statistically so inaccurate to put our 99.9 people in this category. That's all I have to say. तो हे संतगण, आप खुश रहो, गृहस्थ संत, be happy, and whatever you like to take home, you can have it. Thank you, Shutapa. I think I should end here.
Pranam, Baba.
हाँ, शोभा के प्रणाम. जय श्री साई. धन्यवाद.
Jai Shri Sai. Baba, before we just move on, I wanted to tell you that there were other members also who contributed to the music. And some of them have moved out of town and some have moved back to India. And there were 2 volunteers who have helped a lot with the dry run for running this Zoom program. So, yes, thank you to them all.
All that list of names I don't have. I was trying to search out. I didn't have it. They are all such.
I'll send you the list of names, Baba. Yeah.
I will send you a appreciation letter. But I'm expressing my thought here, right here, without being formal about it.
Thank you, Baba. Baba, thank you is I don't know, it's not the right word to say. It's been too overwhelming to hear you, and I don't know what to say after this. So I think we can just express our gratitude, and under your guidance, maybe take little steps to, walk forward towards Guru devotion. I don't know what to say. And so, Baba, after this, we seek your permission to just make an announcement on the food drive that we recently undertook.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, Baba.
That's a good thing. Full right.
Yes. So we undertook this, yes. So we undertook this food drive on December 31st because it was the last Thursday of 2020, and people have been going through so much because of Corona. So we donated to the food bank of Santa Barbara County. The amount collected was $1,433, and there were also some packaged items which were not weighed due to Corona, and there were about 22 participating families who took part in
Local
this.
families. So look, I'll tell you one thing. In other countries like New Zealand and others, I said it is for you to go and mix with the local people. Don't make a cocoon of the Indians only. So to their children's hospital, New Zealand temple paid money when they were in trouble. In one of the churches in Chicago, we paid money when it flooded. So we have to not only think limited with ourselves. If your spirit has to expand, it will expand. And then you know the pressure. अपना तो रखा होगा बाकी ये भी कर सकते हो just a suggestion for thought. Okay,
So
बोलो.
Baba, just I would like to add, in fact, when we started the food drive and sometimes on special occasions we'll do it for some other organizations, we've till now been doing it for the local organizations. When we started this, I don't know in which address of yours, but I just remembered that you had said that start with the local community. I mean, return it to the local community because that's where you are getting it from.
Local means the original inhabitants. Yeah, local I mean is the original, like the tribal groups, for example. We have done it to Maori. We have done to much of this group. We once, I think the group came from Hawaii Islands. It was done in Seattle. So I said the local means not the Indians who are local, they got children and become citizenship. Not that. That is okay. The local innovators who are poor, who are in trouble. Okay.
Yes, so Baba, that's why we've been donating to the Santa Barbara County.
That's very good.
And it's a small group of us, so whatever we get, we just give. So with your guidance, we hope, we continue doing whatever little we can do in our little ways. And so, yes, thank you.
When the theme of mind is balanced, everything will work.
Thank you, Baba. That means a very big thing. It means a lot for our small group here in Santa Barbara. And with that, now I will request Abhijit to give the vote of thanks on behalf of the Santa Barbara Sai community.
Baba, thank you. Thank you for coming here and gracing our 6th year for Santa Barbara Sai Satsang. Every time you come, it's a pleasure to see you and meet you in person, whether in face-to-face or through Zoom. And we love your pearls of wisdom that come out from your mouth. So thank you once again.
Who are your IT group?
So our IT group is Amit and Vijayan along with me. So, but thanks to Meenu for all the guidance that she has provided us. And thanks once again to Dr. Reddy, Raghu Bhaiya, through whom we met you many years ago in Saipuram. Our first meeting, I still remember, I was so afraid to see you, but it's been many years and now I can, safely look at your face. But the first time I was scared when I came in front of you, but thank you, Guruji, once again. And thank you, Bhaiya, for introducing us to Guruji. It's such a blessing to be introduced to Guruji who has come into our lives. So thank you both. Thank you also to all the trustees, the devotees, and the participants who have come from all over the world.
Yes.
We really thank you for your, coming to this occasion and gracing this satsang. And finally, thanks to all the members of the Santa Barbara Sai Satsang who have been there to participate and support us in this 6 years journey. We really would love to be with this group and try to grow this group together. Thank you once again.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Baba, we've been doing whatever we can for these past 6 years. And although our group is very small, they are committed. And somebody or the other will just come in and fill in the shoes whenever whatever is required. And little things like yesterday I needed a photo stand to keep Baba's in your picture, and two friends came by and dropped off the stand and went away. So we actually have never stopped, or nothing has been an obstacle for us. And I think it's because of Baba, and you are there with us all the time. And many of them used to ask me when they will be able to meet you. So I used to keep telling them that you just pray and hope that you will meet Baba sometime. So today you have fulfilled that dream of everybody in Santa Barbara, and you fulfilled our dream too. And we are ever grateful for that. Dream come true. We never thought we would have an occasion like this. So we may ask your permission to start a weekly Guru Bhagavad Parayan on Tuesdays. Some people are very interested in starting the Parayan on Zoom.
You can
So
do
if
that. You
Okay.
can do that. Because you know why in Odisha about 10 to 15, I don't know how many groups are doing. One television channel is given regularly every Saturday, Sunday, 3 times, 4 times. And Guru Bhagavad Tungi means houses registered, procured only for Guru Bhagavad in some places have come in. It has come in most of the languages. CDs have come with their best singers. So it is just expanding, so you can do so.
Yes, thank you, Baba. That will help because some people are interested, and we'll continue on Zoom even after Corona settles down, so that we can have the Parayan going.
Okay, please let me know when it will settle down. I'll prepare myself. Okay.
Yes, we'll wait to hear from you, Baba.
Thank you.
Thank you, Baba. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
So I close up. Jai Shri Sai.
Yes, Jai Shri Sai Baba. Jai Shri. So thank you, everybody. And we really don't feel like leaving this session, but we have to. It's pretty late for parts of the world that are, into the nights. And but thank you all for joining. Thank you all for, all the different time zones around the world. And it has been a very wonderful evening. Thank you, everybody. Jai Shri Sai.